Palestine! Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine!
Turn the mic off on me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for that lovely welcome. And thank you so much to everyone that organised today's event. To you, Chair, to all the helpers and all the volunteers, and to you, Usman, for putting so much together in putting this event on today. Thank you very much indeed. Because these events don't happen by accident. They happen because people believe, people want to see change, people want to do things differently, and want to promote solidarity. This great city of Bradford was the cradle, the birth, in many ways, of the Labour movement in this country. The Independent Labour Party was founded here. Many of those that founded the ILP had a vision of a country that cared for each other in health, in education, in housing, in provision of libraries, of learning, and of opportunities for young people, that stood up against the mill owners and those that have exploited people so grievously. They stood with the trade unions and so much else. Bradford has given so much to the Labour Party and the Labour movement, and indeed through that to the world all over. Bradford also was a place that seriously opposed the imperial and colonial wars of the 19th century, that opposed the Boer War at the turn of the 19th and 20th century, and had a very big anti-war movement in 1914, who took the view that workers in this country would benefit naught by killing workers in Germany. The war was actually between the imperial powers of those two nations, and they sought a Europe and indeed a world of peace. So when our children learn the history of the foundation of the unions and so much else, they will come back to Bradford to understand what went on here and the contribution that Bradford made to our collective history. And I wish we had a government in office and a Secretary of State for Education that understood our children should be empowered by history, not fed propaganda against their own history. This event is also, of course, about solidarity. Solidarity with people all around the world. Much has been said about solidarity with the people of Palestine, and I absolutely endorse that. My stomach turns when I see F-16 jets bombing homes in Gaza, homes also on the West Bank being destroyed by those who believe that settlers have a right to take over the West Bank. I want to see peace. I want to see nationhood for the Palestinian people. And I would want us to have a government, as I wanted to be the head of a government, that would unconditionally recognise the state of Palestine.
Palestine! Palestine! Palestine!
So our solidarity with the people of Palestine, and as Richard and others pointed out, recognise that there are many people in Israel who would agree with what we're saying, in B'Tselem and the human rights groups that also support the rights of the Palestinian people. If you want peace anywhere, you have to have the rights that go with it, the legal protections that go with it, and that right to your own representation. So our solidarity with the people of Palestine is expressed here today, as indeed is our solidarity with the people of Kashmir. Kashmir, in 1948, it was not included into the state of India. It was declared by the United Nations, when it was referred to by Nehru, that should be a place of a referendum for the people of Kashmir to decide their own future.